Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day, currently 13 degrees Celsius, which means it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Lovely day. I should be out pulling the garden, do it later. I'm behind on things. Guess who's with us today? Jean! Yay! Hi, Belinda. Hi, Anne. I'm having a off kind of day today. I'm super tired. Had my grandsons, but that's why we're going to have a mindless day today. Jean's got a new toy, so we're going to watch Jean, play with your new toy and figure it out. And it looks like a real cool little tool. So I just need something absolutely mindless. That's why it's a mindless day. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move stuff from the left side of my desk here and then put it away where it belongs. But it all needs finishing. All right, let's make Jean big. Okay, Jean, can I make you big?
Make me big. Everything else makes me big.
It's because I love you.
Okay, so what I bought, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen this advertised from St. Louis Art Supply. It is the pencil splicer. What it's supposed to do, and I've already pulled out all my short pencils, is it's supposed to hollow this end out. Then you sharpen this and it turns into a peg and on another pencil and you put them together. Well, I started playing with it already. I did this pink one and I kind of have it hollowed out.
Do you glue them?
I don't know yet. I'd seen what it said and I started on the first one. And then later down in the second it says something, or well, I kind of read, kind of looked at pictures. You know how that goes. And then it says excessive force may break the wooden part of the pencil. Guess what? I broke the pencil.
Oh no.
So we're gonna see. So we're gonna try. It tells you to put it in there. You got 3 different settings here. And you put it in until your pencil hits the red line. And you're supposed to turn, and you know, sometimes the pencil leads aren't straight and parallel in there. So I'm almost there. I think I'm going to call it good. Right. I'm pulling a Kim here. All my shavings, I put in a little cup. I'm going
to save my shavings.
Well, I know, but let's just see what happens.
Okay.
So we have this, and we're just going to, this is colored pencils, Prismacolor pencils.
Ooh. Hi, Belinda. Jean's showing us her new toy, and she just shaved a pencil, and she just dumped her shavings on a piece of watercolor paper.
Oh my God, what if I did this to watercolor pencils?
Wow. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you do have to sharpen watercolor pencils.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, that was kind of just a extra thing there, you know.
Yeah.
But I do that with all the pencils. I have a cool background. Okay, so let's get back to this. Let's take our next one. Let's read all the way through here. Okay. All right. You're supposed to tap this out. So we're going to tap that out. And now we're supposed to do...
It's a pencil splicer.
We're going to do there's 0, 1.
Jean bought a pencil splicer. It's for making your short pencils longer again.
This one is supposed to do the peg thing. And it said if you had difficulty doing this, go to number 3.
Go to number 3? What?
That's what it says. There's 3 holes. Oh, I see. Can you see that?
Uh-huh. Oh, look, it's got like a uh, stop piece.
Right. It doesn't tell me how far to go. Okay.
She's redlining her pencils because she's making short pencils long, and she's asking why you're reaming out your pencils. And I could be rude, you know. Hey, welcome. Because, of course, I took that totally the wrong way because I'm
Okay,
tired.
I'm gonna try number 3 just to see what the difference is.
I just ask you all to forgive me now because I'm tired. Bad things quite possibly could be spewing out of my mouth. You know how it goes. I apologize and
All right. 3 kind of cleaned it up the edges a little bit.
okay.
It looks just like a sharpened pencil, I think, but maybe you can see the pegginess out of it. See, I can.
Edginess? Okay, yeah. It's
Now, I
almost
may
like
have
a
had.
collar. A collar, right? It puts a collar on it so it doesn't
Right.
go right through
So,
the hole.
and then I'm supposed to be able to do this. And then it says to put wood glue on it.
Oh.
So
So
now
now
I can sharpen this other end and have the 2 colors on
oh.
one pencil. And I think when you get the wood glue on there, it's pretty sturdy without it. But hey, I kind of like that. Let's try another one.
All
Let's
right.
let's do this baby yellow with this big yellow. I'm going to make this be the peg part. So we got to go to, or the whole part. So we got to go to 1. And I'm not going to push hard like I did last time and break the wood. Just get it going. And you can look in there and you can see it's got this like this knife that's kind of curved like, like that it's just kind of scooping it out.
Okay.
So,
Almost like a chisel, but I know what.
yeah, exactly. Hi, Susan. Because I have a lot of pencils that are short, and that's why I'm reaming them out. Yes, I could buy a new one, but this was a tool. We all know that I'm a tool whore. I love my tools, and so it's just barely breaking through right now. I don't know. It may not be worth it in the long run. I figure I got to do at least 10 pencils to make it worth what I spent on here. I can't draw with a pencil this short. And at some point, you can't sharpen them either.
True.
So,
Very true.
well, this one's just not moving. It's got 1/4 inch to go before it hits the little red line. Oh, there it's starting. This must just be a better pencil, stronger lead. I don't know. I don't want to push too hard because they say that'll break it. And so far, I haven't broke it. And maybe I didn't dump all my shavings out real good. But we'll see. This is where we can go. Hang on a minute, Kim. Go ahead and make yourself big.
I want to be big, but I'll share the screen with you.
Okay, Gary's in here. Just a minute.
Okay. Hi, guys. As I say, it's Mindless Day. I wanted to muck water the edges of these tags that we did. When did I do these tags? Oh, we were doing them with JB5 tags. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so tired, guys. I'm to the point where I'm stupid tired. That needs a white back. I had my grandsons, and it's not that they're difficult or anything, but they're teenagers. So you still have to send them off to bed. Otherwise, they're going to play video games until like 2 in the morning because, they're kids. So you got to scoot them to bed, get them up in the morning. And of course, I have to, since they're here, I got to make them real breakfast. So I was getting up before my alarm so that whatever. So I'm tired. They wore me out, Belinda. Um, my poor youngest of them, his girlfriend broke up with him, so I had a very sad boy. And I don't know. I've never really had to deal with. Well, no, I can't say that because in the spring or early summer, when my older grandson was staying here, his girlfriend had broken up with him. But I mean, he was just here so that I could drive him to work because his parents were camping. The rest of the family was camping, and he made it to work. So he was, you know, so I've had to deal with teenage angst, drama, sad, and I'm tired. I think I'm too old to deal with that. I do. I think I'm too like because being the age I am, you know that this happens, and you can see it. You feel for them, but it's part of life, and but they don't get it, and I'm just tired. I'm just tired, guys. I love my boys. I really do love my boys, but it, it it's okay. It's okay. So anyway, it's what it is. So some of these have a bit of a dirty back, and so I'm just edging them. I'm going to spatter them so that I don't have to put new paper on. Yeah. No, I'm not going to be able to get a chance to rest over the weekend. We've got the Halloween pop stream thing happening starting Sunday morning. Sunday and Monday, we're doing that. So I have tomorrow and this evening.
Well, I think this would be worth the money I spent just to shave up my pencils.
Did you try it on the watercolors this time?
Not yet. I wanted to finish this one first.
Okay.
I really like this. I mean, it looks watercolory, even
It
though it's
does.
colored pencils. It's real subtle.
You can't take it, Belinda? I know. I just love them babies, but my word. I'm tired.
Okay, I think we got this one hollowed out enough. It's really, really hard to get all the stuff out of there. I may have to dig around for an old brush. Okay, we're going to go to number 2. And we're going to sharpen this one down to a plug type of thing.
Yeah. So I got lots of cooking done and lots of driving and I was telling Jean, I have lovely, lovely friends in Winnipeg that we only see a couple of times a year, which is really bad because seriously, it's 40 minutes away and they were coming out for lunch on Wednesday. And so I had to figure out what I was making for lunch. And I was already had planned on making pot roast for supper. So I ended up making gumbo as well as the pot roast. So I've got so much leftovers in my fridge. My word. Finally got rid of the lunch meat, dealt with all the lunch meat. And when I went to do the potatoes to go with the pot roast, they were sprouting. So I did all 10 pounds of potatoes so that they were used up. So then I made potato puffs with them yesterday and threw them in the freezer. Then with the leftover lunch meats, the salami, I made mini pizzas for the freezer for Ron and I. So now I'm done. I'm just done. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really have to be thankful. Like these boys, they eat healthy. Um, yeah, if you offer them cookies or whatever, they'll gladly take cookies. But they make their own lunches for school. I just had to get, the lunch meats, make sure there were lunch meats for them. But they were peeling carrots for their lunches,
That's awesome.
and the really cool thing is, they put all the peelings where they needed to go and wiped up the counters and put the cutting board in the sink for me. Like it, it, it was just work, but it wasn't work. But like you say, having extra bodies in your house is tiring.
So here's my yellow one
All right. Oh,
put
look at
together.
that. Are they the same yellows or no?
Yeah, they are.
Perfect. Hey, Barbara, how are you, hun?
This does definitely feel stronger than the other one, but I do agree that maybe a little bit of glue would help in that. But
Yeah.
I have a lot of pencils around here where the erasers are poop. They don't they dry out so fast.
Yeah, they're like little rocks.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna use regular pencils to do this now from now
Perfect.
on because why not?
Exactly.
This one I don't mind because it's the same color and even when it gets up to here, I can sharpen it and use my little um, pencil extender thing here. But when you get several that are getting short, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But it was fun and it's something to think about on the shavings. And I know I don't use my watercolor pencils nearly enough. So I'm going to try shaving a watercolor pencil. Oh man, not that one. Let me come over here. And then those are the chalks. Let me see.
Oh, we're just spattering. Oh, I got more splatter on my coffee cup. Oh, no. Probably not good to do it that way. I'll find a different way to splatter. It's a mindless day today, Barbara. Just doing mindless things because I'm tired. And unfortunately, I'm past the state of I'm stupid tired already. You know, so I'm thinking though. I have to admit that possibly next Friday I'm going to take it off. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Just so that I've got a chance to recoup because we've got the Halloween coming up over the weekend, Friday or Sunday and Monday. So I might take next Friday off. Just a heads up.
But really, Belinda, this is kind of cool. It really is.
You're fitting in perfectly.
Yeah, they really are. It's working better than I thought, except for that all my watercolor pencils are solid tops like that, and I don't have
Oh,
4.
Hey, Jean's Gems, welcome, welcome. We're just having a mindless kind of day. Jean is got a new tool, so she's testing it out with us and letting us know how she likes it. And I am just doing mindless stuff because I'm tired. So I've got all kinds of stuff on my desk that just need like spatter, finish, touch kind of things. Uh, I'm just trying to get that done. Yeah, yeah. So how's everybody? What have you got planned for the weekend? I'm going to be doing more backgrounds for the Halloween coming up. I have all kinds of plans for all kinds of things. Oh my goodness. It's too many new ideas, I think, again. We're running into that kind of problem that I have to try it all and then I get nothing complete. You know how I operate. Okay, so now I've got these here. I need to put them in some place to dry. Let's put them over here. And then I can put those journal tag card things. I don't know what they are. All of the above. Just regular stuff, cleaning, etc. Well, my house is clean because of the company that came Wednesday. I actually dusted.
Whoa, I'm impressed.
I do dust.
I don't if I can help it.
Well, I've got all those mushrooms and things in the living room that.
True. I have stuff too, but I figure the only people that come over are my kids. And if they
Yeah.
don't like it, they know where all the stuff to take care of it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, like the rule in my house has always been, "Hi, Julie, welcome." Is you can write your name in the dust, just don't date it.
Yeah.
And Ron dates it. We're not going to talk about that.
Well, of course he does.
Yeah,
That would only make sense for the husband to do something like that.
yeah, exactly. I don't really care.
I love this little holder for my pencils, but I hate it how they
Oh, Julie, sorry to hear that, hon.
they're not standing up straight.
I'm not standing up straight.
I don't know why that bothers me. It just does.
So they're all kind of leaning, kind of higgledy piggledy.
Yeah. See, I want them to stay where I put them.
Oh,
And now they're all mixed up. So I think these are normal watercolors right here. And there's none that have a wood. I mean, they all have wood over the leads.
yeah.
And the
See,
ink tints have wood over the leads. The
my
pastel
daughter
pencils don't, but
my daughter bought me a couple of art set kind of things, right? And it's got pencils, colored pencils, and watercolor pencils, but they don't label the blessed things. So I could possibly be coloring with watercolor pencils and not even know it, and
oh,
have the ones that I think are watercolor pencils on the side, and they're not really watercolor pencils. Oh, Julie, sorry to hear that. That's never any fun when that happens. Ever, ever, ever. Yes, sending me cyber hugs. Definitely. So I guess my only option, Jean, would be to take them and color with them and see if I add water. But you just used a regular pencil and added water to it after you shaved it.
No, I haven't added water to them yet.
Oh, you just kind of scribbled them with your
This
fingers?
is this one has the regular opening. It's an oddball,
Yeah.
and it's Kinderfest Aqua,
Oh,
but it's like a number two pencil, the hexagon shape, and it won't fit in here.
oh,
This only works with the round one. So this is my only watercolor pencil I can shave on and see what it does.
okay. Do.
I'm not going to extend it, so I'm just making enough to get some shavings.
Jean. Jean asked you if you have tried the asemic drawing and painting.
I haven't tried a simic painting. I have played with it the other. Okay, so this is all I'm going to get out of the watercolor because I just wanted to shave it and see what it does. So let me think where let's just use the spray bottle. I'm not going to use my fingers because they're the best tool I have.
Oh, Julie, that sounds annoying as all bejeez. She's got uh, inflamed vertebrae in her neck.
Look at this.
Wow.
Let's put a
That's
little.
the from the watercolor pencil?
This is the watercolor pencil.
And there wasn't much dust that you put in there.
No, intense.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Julie. That's not good.
And I think once this is dry, I can probably come in here and get these bigger pieces that didn't dissolve. But look, I'm just going on one spot and it's almost gone.
Wow.
There, it's gone. So you can get
Fabulous.
some.
Fabulous, Jean. Fabulous.
This would be fun way to use your watercolors that you don't normally use. I mean, it took me just a couple minutes to do that. I mean, if even a couple minutes, just
You
to sort
know,
of, and I didn't hardly use any. I don't even think. I was trying to figure out um, how much might be stuck in there. Got to find something that'll go in the hole.
oh, thanks, Jean. She says enjoy. Oh, I don't know if that means you're leaving. Have a
This is
wonderful weekend.
this is less
Um,
than a quarter of an inch opening, and I did that.
cool. Um, oh, you've got movement back in your neck, but the pain in your arm's gone. Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, Jean, I'm not sure where you're from, Jean's Gems, but if you're in Canada, have a happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving weekend this weekend. I
Okay.
am not celebrating Thanksgiving this year because I didn't realize that when we started up this Halloween top thing.
Now I have all these pencils out. I don't want to put them back because I have them sorted. So we're gonna make another pile so I can play with what I was thinking of trying today. It's mindless, I think. I hope.
Well, I'm just gluing papers on the backs of some of these tags because there is still book page. Oh, Julie, it's not a burden, hun. It's always nice to share because sometimes when you share like that, it's almost like giving it away, or I find it's like giving it away. And then when I think about it after, it's easier to deal with because part of it's been given away, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
What am I making? Linda asks. Little snippets of paper because I'm trimming off. No, some of these tags that we did last Sunday when we did the JB5 on tags, the backs were still like book page and phone book page, whatever. So I was just putting white paper on the backs of them. And these other ones had bits of paint spatter on. So I just wanted to do a muck edge and spatter them so that you know how it goes. There. So these ones now are all ready to go in the finished bin for tags. Yay, they're off my desk. I still have all these tags that I haven't doodled on yet or put focal point stuff really. It's got focal point, just some doodles. I don't know that I even have a brain to do this today, guys. So bad. So bad. Yes, definitely good to share each other's ups and downs. That's why we're here. You know, caring community. Caring community is important.
That's how we get through things.
It is. So I put a whole bunch more little stitching on this. I think maybe I'll continue that. I think that if I put a stitch on each of the lines, I don't know. What do you guys think? This is going to be a zine. And it's obviously a Franken page. So it's, plus it's, because it's for the Halloween, I want it to look like Frankenstein stuff, right? I think I want to put some yellow sore kind of things happening. And then I'm going to take black pen and go across the red lines, just straight lines. But I think I still need a few more stitches on. What do you guys think? Oh, thanks, Andrea.
I thought I had a liquid watercolor, but I can't find it, so I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try.
Seem to have lost my browser. Oh, I know why. Okay. Bear with me a minute. I'm still here. I just needed a new browser screen. You know how I operate. Do. Sorry, guys. We're good. All right. That is a very pretty blue. It's like a marine blue or something. Oh, are you doing squishing under plastic, Jean?
Mm-hmm.
Your fingers clean?
It wasn't necessarily to get keep my fingers clean. It was just because then you can just do anything.
Yes. I haven't done that for a while. We should do that and then make something out of it.
Now, that's what I plan on doing. Well, I plan on doodling on it.
Okay. See, now I want to do that too. Let's get a piece of paper. Right here. I have a piece of copy paper. And I have plastic. Got all kinds of pieces of plastic that I was going to cut stencils out of. All right.
Yeah. I'm using one of those index divider thingies.
I've got some of those too. like I said, I went to the thrift store on Wednesday, and so I picked up a whole bunch of those so that I could cut stencils out of them. We're going to do blues and whites. Oh, I'm going to see if I can do a landscape, squish out a landscape. You squish a landscape. That's what we're going to call this.
The liquid watercolors would have definitely been easier, but oh, there's another part of that tool. I wonder what it was supposed to do.
I don't know, Jean.
Oh, I don't even have a brush of
We
water.
can only see half of Jean's paper. Okay, let's see. Is that better?
Hang on, let me change my camera here. I'm gonna put my brush in water. So you get to see my belly. I don't think I can edit my name out right now. We're going to get lots and lots of water. And make our own colors. Make our own messes. Oh, that was black. That wasn't burgundy.
Okay, I'm just putting dots, dribbles of paint down because I'm going to try and do a landscape. I'm going to put that paper on top and
So
squish it out. And we'll see what happens. Hey, Brenda, welcome, welcome. Because to me, this is mindless. Sorta. All right. I think I need a bit more blue.
oh, look at this.
What'd
See
you
if I can
do?
get it to do it.
What'd you do?
Drop in a single bubble.
Oh.
And it kind of explodes.
We're just playing, guys. Those of you who've come in, mindless. So I put a whole bunch of blobs of paint down. Now I'm going to put this plastic sheet on top. I'm going to see if I can make a landscape out of this just by pulling paint, pulling and smushing. Oh, I guess maybe they need it to be a little bit wetter. We've got some trees, some ground, more trees. I need something with a little bit more. Oh, more cards. What about my bone folder? Let's see. Will you make that paint smush better? It does. Look, it definitely makes the paint go farther. Okay. Just want little trees happening here. I'm experimenting.
This is fun.
It is fun. So I'm using my bone folder to smush the paint into kind of where I would like it to go.
I should make some backgrounds for zines, but I ain't making a zine this little.
Well, you know, I want to do a meander book as well as a zine. I'm going to do a meander book on just a regular piece of paper.
So what I've done is I've mixed in my paint watercolor tray the different colors really, 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 really thin. And then I'm using a pipette to suck up the color so I can just drop it. I'm just going to I'm going to add color to the one I already did and see what happens. There's not very much green in here.
Well, this is kind of like those squeegee paintings I've seen. You know how they put all those dots down, they take a squeegee in one pass and they get a picture?
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that, but this is similar. The paint is pulling the paper off. That's okay. I can turn that into a landscape. See if I can put this on another piece of paper. I let the paint get too thin and a lot of the paper pulled off, like all this has been taken off. Oh, the ghost print is interesting. That's going to need a wet piece of paper towel on it so I can clean it. And I'm a little bit mucky. All right, let's see if I can just spread out some of this stuff and make it look more like the trees and things that I thought they would be. Some grasses. This is really wet, this bottom part. I think I'm ruining it, guys. I think I'm ruining it. Oh, you got it? All right. Oh, that's awesome, Brenda. Glad you got it. Okay, so if you got that one, Belinda, did you get yours? It says exercise program. Lovely. Oh. Get blue in those, Kim. You don't want blue in those.
How do you lose something that doesn't fit in any of your storage drawers? And it's always been in one spot and it's not there and you don't use it often.
Have you met me? You're asking me that? Have you met me?
No, I was being hypothetical there, I guess. I mean, it's just bizarre. It's one of those little bulb things that you can use to move paper, ink and stuff around.
Yeah.
And it's always been in my Lazy Susan container and it's not there. And I had no idea where else it could be.
Huh.
Because it doesn't fit in the drawers behind me. Oh, well, this room's going to get put back in order. Oh, at least by 6 months. That's the best time span I can give it. But
I think that's part of my big thing right now, too, because I just cleaned all this stuff up and I'm back to working on this small space again.
Yeah.
And I I think I'm just really overwhelmed right now. I definitely think I need to take
I totally understand that. That's where I am.
some.
Somebody, one of my friends put something on Facebook this morning and said, I don't even, you're, oh, I don't know, race car driver name, something. I don't remember what it was. I'm going to find it because it was really funny.
Okay.
Luckily, I remember who said it. So,
Oh, Andrew, me too. Like, I mean, it's bad. It is really bad with me.
oh, your Kentucky Derby horse name is
Oh,
a symptom of one of your mental illnesses, plus the last thing you ate.
oh,
Mine was overwhelmed taco.
overwhelmed taco. Nice. Mine would be panicking Reuben. Hey, Teresa, welcome. You got your name changed back. So we're doing mindless art stuff today, Teresa, because I have zero mind.
The Your Kentucky Derby horse name is a symptom of your mental illness and the last thing you ate. Mine was overwhelmed taco because I haven't had lunch yet.
You had tacos for breakfast?
No, I didn't have breakfast either.
Ah,
I told you that NyQuil's been putting me to sleep, and I
okay.
haven't gotten up until close to 9 most days lately, which has really screwed with my day on what I get done.
I'm sure. Okay, I should have just made this a finger painting to begin with. Frustrated chocolate? All right. How do
Oh,
you get out of that state of feeling? I, uh,
I'll let you know next July.
I, uh, well, let's see. How do I get out of that feeling? I usually have something with some THC in it. I do art or crafts. I have an audio book going and a video game going. And then I've got all three going, and then I'm not focused on the overwhelmedness or anxiety or whatever. Like, I totally make my brain overload on something else. That's probably a big part of why I've got such a mess beside me again.
That doesn't work for me because once I start a game, I can find myself on my phone for 4 or 5 hours playing games.
Well, I play that Royal Match because it doesn't have ads, and but you only get 5 lives, right? So
Um,
that one, and then I have like a sim game, Sim City, where you don't really have to think and you can make a move here and make a move there. So I'm not timed. There's no ads. I can just play quietly, you know. build my city up. And then I've got, of course, crossword puzzle games and word puzzle games, but I can't do those and this stuff as well. Very much distraction, and very much distraction.
Annoyed beans. You know, my overwhelmness right now is my overabundance of everything.
Yeah.
I have an end goal I have stated, and I have a time limit on that. But once that's done, there's going to be something else that happens for myself in a fun way. And that's what I keep thinking. I keep thinking, no, I should do this. I need to organize my stuff, not defy stuff. And I'm having a real tough time with that.
Well, you know what? Device stuff has a time limit that has to be done by, right? Your
Right.
stuff does not. So that's where I can run into a lot of problems. Is if it's going someplace else, I can get it done, but getting my own stuff done, it's so easy just to turn off the light and go upstairs, and this doesn't exist anymore, right? Until I
Yeah.
come down here and I go, oh, I really should have put that away. But I mean, I have ADHD as well, so I've got all these ready squirrels. I don't know if you guys have seen those reels of that lady on with ADHD, and her husband or partner will come home and he's got to kind of track her down and figure out what she started doing because the laundry's half folded and then something else, and he kind of follows her train of thought, and there she is out in the yard feeding the squirrels because her mind just took her through all these different things whenever it crossed her path. That is so me. So me.
You know, I've never known myself to have ADHD, but I've been told I do by friends.
Yeah. You get too depressed to talk to anyone? Yeah. You go to bed? Yeah. See, I can't do music. I can't do music when I'm like that. Music doesn't settle my brain.
I do something with music. I don't usually do it in the house. I usually get in the car, and that is, I call it blowing my brains out, only because that sounds bad and I think it's funny. But I'll go in the car and I'll drive and I'll just turn the music up as loud as I can get it.
Oh, well, if I'm in the car, yeah, I can do that. In the house here,
Yeah.
I don't, it's very seldom I have music on. It, for some reason, sometimes it just really increases my anxiety, probably because of all the stuff I did as a teenager. That you get some interesting triggers from it. But anyway, um, yeah, no, I have an audiobook is the way I have to do it. Oh no, Brenda, that's brutal. At 3:30 Benadryl. See, you know what? I asked my doctor. I never took a daily puffer, but I got one in May so that we could travel to BC just in case there were forest fires. So I've been taking this daily puffer. But if I take the daily puffer, I can't take Benadryl because it reacts with the Benadryl. And that's the only way I could control my allergies. So it's kind of weird this way. Go to the shopping center? Yeah. I have a friend that shops. Actually, I have a couple of friends that shop for that dopamine. Is it dopamine that makes you feel good? Serotonin? I don't know. See, Anne, I can do that too. Um, have you guys heard of The Artist Way? It's a book, and one of the things they suggest you do, you get up before everybody else and you write 3 pages in longhand. Doesn't matter what it is, you just write things down, and you could write 3 pages of lines of "I need to do my dishes," but it's like giving it away. Brenda, me too. Anyway, this artist way. So I used to do that faithfully every morning, 3 pages of longhand. And one day there was one full page of "I need to do my dishes," and then just other random things. And yeah, it was like giving it away, and that just helps so much.
I like to write a list of all the things I need to get done so that I can cross them off. And sometimes I do something different. Like I may have this long list, but I took a shower. So I'll write took a shower on there just so I can cross it off.
Yeah, just so it looks like you've accomplished something. Yeah. Yeah, Brenda, I have 901 different projects on the go at any time. So I cheated and I added some more paint and used a brush as well as finger painted, and I did a landscape. Don't know what it's going to be. May end up just being in a journal. That paper is really wet because it's copy paper. We're going to put it over here on the floor to dry.
I just did Australia in blue and the water in green.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That works.
I don't know what these are going to be. They may just be painted over,
I
but
know.
they're not working like I thought they were going to do. They're not. It's not making what I thought. So I just have to make it into something else that I didn't think about.
I get ya. See, some of these splatters of water. Oh, if I got stuff beside me,
I'm going to try just adding some
goodness.
paint in here now.
So a few years ago, my friend had an Alice in Wonderland, like a Mad Hatter's tea party. So I did a whole bunch of, what are they called? Fascinators for people to wear at this party. And this one was mine, but it came off the hairband. So I don't know if I want to fix it or if I want to take it apart and use it for other things. See, sketching would probably help me because I don't normally sketch and I would really have to focus on it. Awesome, Brenda. I've got a few art therapy books because I used to do art therapy with various people. I don't know. I don't know. It's going back on the side, guys. Back on the side. Let's add some more stitching to this. And then that's done. Hope anybody who was dealing with Milton is doing okay. It's nice to see that people have checked in to say that they're safe, etc. Ronnie and I were watching that and we just kind of looked at each other and it's like, wow, I don't care if it gets to be 50 below here. I'd much rather that than having to deal with what you guys go through with your tornadoes and stuff.
Do you not have tornadoes?
We get tornadoes maybe one or two a year, maybe. And of course, it has to be really hot and humid, like thunderstorm weather, And, but yeah, I think we've only had two tornadoes that really caused any sort of damage here.
I grew up in Tornado Alley, middle of Kansas, middle of the United States.
Yeah.
So tornadoes, we're all running to see who can see what in the tornadoes.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those sitting on the porch, holding my beer.
Yeah. Nice, Julie. See, my flowers are all dead already. They're getting ready for fall. I need to go and clean out all my flower beds, and it's time to do that now. I just haven't gotten to it. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do some stitching on this because seriously, this is mindless.
This is mindless. Watching watercolor roll,
Yeah,
drip.
everybody's checking in and okay. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I was a little concerned with my daughter having been in New Orleans because I don't know how often those things switch direction and stuff. So they made it home okay yesterday. Made me happy.
Yeah, I bet.
Looks like they had a good time from the pictures they shared. So I don't want to put too many stitches down because then I can't add other stuff, right? I'll be so worried about going over these stitches. Not that that really matters. This is going to be a zine. This is the paper I'm doing the zine on. I'm not sure what the zine's going to be about. But I was thinking of maybe doing a zine with the fan trashy flowers because they're really creepy looking. And then, of course, a zine with monsters because I think I have enough monsters that I could put some in a zine.
I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Oh, is Flo off? Who'd I miss here? Oh, good luck, Flo. Our thoughts are with you, hun. 4x4 inch craft colored cardstock, squares, and a contractor clipboard. Ruler, microns, black and colored pencils. Okay, perfect.
Well, it's not perfect, but it's a perfect doodle page.
That's a lovely doodle page.
I have most certainly made a big mess.
Stress management kit. Most important, it gets nice, Brenda. Nice. Julie says her mom grew up in a cyclone area. She used to tell her that she used to tape up the windows and then everyone would hold one till the worst was over. Oh my goodness. So dangerous. Yeah. Very dangerous. I mean, we can get some really wild thunderstorms here. But we don't get. I mean, okay. The road that is a mile down from us, half a mile, whatever. The main highway that's half a mile from us to the south, a tornado went down that highway before we moved out here. And we moved out here in 88. And the only other tornado that we were really aware of since we've moved here happened maybe 10 years ago. And it hit a town half an hour from here. So, it's not a common thing.
Wow. We literally would sit on the porch and watch them.
Yeah. Well,
I have to say I never had one directly.
yeah. Like, I mean,
So
we were outside taking pictures of, you know, the one that hit the town of farther away. But yeah, nothing like, or if there were, I'm just not aware of it.
but I have survived a flood
Yeah.
and lost everything in our basement and had to put new flooring in the ground level.
Hey, Dana, welcome. You're safe, hon? You're safe? All right. So I don't know how much more I want to do. I think I'm going to leave it at that and just do the black lines. Oh, good. I'm glad you're good. Any damage, hon? Oh, I was going to put yellow blobs for like oozing stuff, right? Might as well go really ucky and creepy.
I was going to look and see what Halloween printables I may have. What I was thinking about.
Nice. No damage. Excellent. Oh, what a relief. Okay, so now I'm just going to do yellow blobby things, and then I'm going to take a red marker and kind of go around it and make it look like open wound kind of things. You know what I'm talking about. Barbara, do you remember any tornadoes other than Eli and the one that hit around LeBrokery? Maybe Barbara will know. I'm creating open wounds. Yeah, I'm making like little pustules on my Franken page here. Welcome to my world. No damage to the house. Excellent. More than once. Oh. Brenda's saying we get trees down around us. No damage to the house. Bo's parents' house is about 1,200 feet away. They've lost the roof more than once. 2004, Bo's cousin lost her 8-year-old daughter when house collapsed. Oh my goodness, Brenda, I'm sorry. That is devastating. Absolutely devastating. That is, I'm so sorry to hear that. I honestly cannot imagine. Okay, so I'm creating open, pussy kind of sores on this. So on on the red, where the red, it's like an infection, right? It's a Franken page. It's got to be as icky and creepy as possible. So where the red lines are for the scar tissue, I'm just putting a few yellow circles on, and I will create them from that once the paint is dry. Okay. You know what? I worked in a seniors home, and I have worked with individuals with varying abilities that live on their own, and they would come to work or program, and they would have open sores, and you just deal, guys. You just learn to deal with this kind of thing. Sorry, I'm bringing my past life to life here. Actually, I probably should have put some. Oh, I really should have put some texture paste under that to give it body. You know what? I can use I can use bits of tissue paper. I've got this. My daughter had chopped up tissue paper for her kids' advent calendars. And she gave me the stuff she had left over. And I've been using this for years. So I'm just going to take a little square, smoke it up. Blizzard of 66, the flood of, and 97, both, yeah. The flood in the 50s and the flood in 97. Okay, so I'm going to just put some glue on these, glue it down, and then I'm going to add the yellow to them. No, no, we're not going to have antibiotics. This is a Franken page. I'm not sure if Dr. Frankenstein had access to antibiotics. And if he did, I'm not sure he would use them. Look at what he was creating.
And I'll make my zine with antibiotics to help your monsters.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's going to work good. Look. Can you see the texture? A little squish of glue and tissue paper. Okay, now I'm having fun. It's a good day. It is a good. I'm such a mess, guys. Jean, do I need to make you big? What are you doing?
I'm just picking up my messy papers and making them with other stuff on them, and I'm not doing anything important.
Me neither. I'm just having sores. See, when I used to dress up as a homeless person for Halloween or whatever, I would take Rice Krispies and use a flour water paste and glue them to my face. And then I would put red food coloring on them with a dot of yellow on top of it. Those were great sores. I haven't got glow in the dark paint. Not sure this is going to be used in the dark, but were you laughing at me, Jean?
No, I just thought of something funny.
Okay. Those make the greatest sores. I actually used to go out and buy Rice Krispies purposely at Halloween time so that I could do that to my face. Hey, Joni, welcome, hon. What did you just hear? I don't know. Generally outside on the curb. I'm sorry, I would stress you. Yeah, I've been known to stress people out. I get a little carried away at Halloween, I admit it. I like Halloween. I am making Frankenpaper, Joni. So, you know, green. I put stitching on it to hold the pieces together. I still have to draw the black lines. Now I'm doing pussy sores on it because I am just, you know,
You're just weird like that.
I am just weird like that. I'm not about to go and get Rice Krispies and put them on my paper. I don't think they would last. They would just crumble up. When I was a homeless person source. Oh, I dressed up as a homeless person for Halloween, Jody. And what I did was I took a cork and I burnt it and I made my face really dirty, you know, how we used to do mustaches and really dark eyebrows when you take the cork and you burn it. It's like charcoal and you can draw on your face. Anyway, I'm so excited, eh? Sorry, guys. I told you, I am so tired. I'm stupid already. So, anyway, then I would take Rice Krispies and make a paste out of flour and water and stick them all over my face. And then I would touch them with red food coloring and take a little bit of yellow paint and just put a dot on them so it looked like open sores. So I'm trying to do that on my page without the Rice Krispies. I'm using crumpled up little bits of green tissue paper. Just gently remove things from your field. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting people. I'll calm down now. Liar, right? I hear you. I hear you. Lies like a rug. Walking on the inexplicable. That happens in my house quite often. I was trying to explain something to Ron. He asked me a question. I was trying to explain something to him, and he just gets this deer in the headlights look. And he goes, "That was a yes or no answer. I needed, not some sort of gobbledygook." So it's not just you I'm affecting today. So I don't even know if he's going to come from for supper or anything. But sometimes like you have to explain. It's not just a yes or no. There's circumstances. You have to have an explanation for these things. There was one like you had that thing about the race horses, Gene, or the derby horses. I had something like that the other day. I can't remember what it was, but I'm thinking, well, how can I answer that? Do I have a sword? Do I have like any weapons? You don't tell me if I've got weapons. How can I answer that if I don't know what I've got available to work with here? Oh, it probably is, Barbara. Actually, I can actually say it actually is. It's got that definite crunch to it, but it makes more of a mess because it's in your house. Oh, look, I got dark green. No, stick to the light green. Um, when my kids have spilt cereal, yes, I can remember doing that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Andrea. When I get to that point, and usually by the time I'm ready for bed, I'm at this stage already. So I put on my audiobook and I play mindless games. Absolutely need that. Absolutely need like nothing that I have to think about. don't have to cook today because I got lots of leftovers from the week. Although I do need to pick my jalapenos and deal with those because I think we're going to get a hard frost tonight. You don't bother with them to avoid frustration. One smelly animal, you've seen them all. Wow. Well, yeah, I bet you, because they've got higher senses of smell than we do. Definitely, they've got better senses of smell. I could see where they would get tired of us. So, my daughter wanted to be a diction fairy for Halloween, but she doesn't have time to make her wings and her floral crown. Should I do it for her?
Did she ask you?
No, but she asked me for ideas on how to do it, and then decided she doesn't have time.
Do you have time? Honestly.
I could make time for that because it would be fun. And it would just mean that I would be, oh, wait. No, I don't have time because next weekend's canasta wars. So I have to make hors d'oeuvres. I do want to do it, Anne. But I don't have the kind of dictionary that she would like. Hey, Maya, welcome. Just a fair warning, I am
Weird.
that too overtired and stupid. Well, not necessarily stupid, but I'm finding absolutely ridiculously things funny, like more funny than they should be. That was a hint for me to do it. I know it was, Belinda. And I kind of feel bad because she's the one that's throwing the bit of a hissy fit because I'm not doing Halloween, not Thanksgiving. But that would just mean then we would have to have three big family dinners, like Thanksgiving, and then when her daughter comes home in November for a visit, and then Christmas. Like, I don't know that I want to do, you know, after 3 days it starts to smell. I had teenage boys here, Barbara. I can attest to that. No, they're very, they showered before they went to school in the mornings and stuff, but, you know, I am working on a Franken page, which means it's a bunch of pieces of paper glued together, right? That's what a Franken page is, the definition, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I used green papers and red, and we all know how much I like green and red together. But for Franken, this kind of Franken page, I'm doing it. And so I put some little hand stitches on in places, and I'm just doing some tissue paper textures so that I can do some open sores, ugly sore kind of things on it. Oh, I guess they could be scabs too. Oh, maybe I should just do brown and make them into scabs. What do you guys think? I hope that's your cold and that you're not choking up on me.
Yeah, it's my cold.
Yeah, I've done fairy wings out of hangers as well. I would have to cut all the paper feathers though, because she wants to be a diction fairy, so she wants dictionary page feathers and flowers.
Why don't you ask her to take an hour or so to come over and help you cut those pieces and you will put it together? That's a compromise.
It is, but I don't know that she's got an hour. She's really, really busy with that one. Oh, you're off, Andrea? Okay, hon. Take care. Sorry if I creeped you out today. I really didn't mean to. Okay, so nobody said anything, so we're going to do source. Wish me the best, hon.
I should get my little wooden thing for inks out, but not sure where it's at.
I have a stack of them here on my desk. I do, I do.
I'm wanting pointy pieces on this and I'm not getting it. And that's what's annoying me. I'm kind of concerned about the possibility of it being, I'm using a rough watercolor paper,
Yeah.
and maybe that's part of it.
Well, maybe those ones you might just have to brush.
Yeah, I'm going to try a piece of copy paper. It's laying right here. I switched to liquid inks.
Okay.
See what that does.
I am just making a mess, is what I feel like I'm doing, but getting there. They are getting there.
Well, it's different, but it's still not what I wanted. The lady I watched do this, she did it pretty good. Oh, this is pulling my paper up.
See, that pulled my paper up too. I might as well just make gonorrhea.
But see, I like what's on the plastic.
Yeah, I know. I like my plastic too.
You know what? Even though it's got this tear in it, I really do like it. It's my favorite so far.
It looks like a dog. Come back, come back. Do you see it? There's his nose up by your left thumb, and then he's got shaggy hair like a sheepdog, and then he's got little stubby legs.
Yep, I see it. That's a good idea. Mixed media paper. That's another one of those. That's why I've got to get. I really want to get rid of at least half of what's in my room. At, at least half, because I don't know where things are. I know where they are. I can't always just get to them as easy as I think I should.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm done. I don't want to play with these anymore and find something else mindless to do.
Okay. Oh, that's not glued down. What the heck?
I have a nice stack of ugly papers to make something cool out of.
Ugly papers?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like
Well,
ugly
they're
papers.
just they don't have any rhyme or reason to them, but and they're kind of ugly, but I think I can use them for something good.
I
So
have a few like that. I like doing that. Okay, can you see the stitch lines on it now, guys? Does it look more like can? Does it look like stitching on a wound or train tracks? Either is good.
this was clean when I started today.
Oh,
Now there isn't a
Jean.
damn horizontal surface left.
I know that one. But Jean, you knew you were coming to play with me. Did you really think it would stay like like
Yes, because this was going to work perfect.
oh,
And I was going to get to do the next step, but now it didn't work perfect. So I'm going to leave it alone and think about it another day because I can.
yeah.
So this cabinet that sits right behind me, it's kind of forms a middle island. It has 30 drawers. It's like a filing cabinet, and the drawers are, I don't know, they're probably 18 inches deep, uh, long, but I'm guessing by 10, and then they're about 3.5 inches deep.
Okay.
Very heavy duty, and every drawer is full. And
Oh,
it's labeled, and I know what's in there. But when I get busy, I'm going to unhook my webcam and see if I can show it a little bit.
when you get busy, you pull stuff out and you don't put it back, right?
Kind of. There, it's upside down, but you can, let's see, there we go. That's the thing. So when I
Okay.
get busy, I pull these drawers out. I'll pull them out and put it back like that. If you can you see those? Yeah, there's a few
Yeah.
drawers pulled
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Those become new horizontal surface to let things sit on and dry or
Yes.
wait,
Yes.
wait for me to put up. I know it's kind of silly, but it works.
It does. You wouldn't believe how much stuff I stack on top of my keyboard and then curse myself.
I hate this time of day with the sun and my
Right.
oh.
What do
I
you
get
think, Jane?
what?
What do you think? Does that look like Frankenstein stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Gene's studio is absolutely incredible.
Maybe I'll do a tour, a
Tour
video
would be lovely.
sometime.
I'll do a tour when mine's all cleaned up.
Okay, we'll see you in 3 years.
Well, evidently, if I want a wall put up between my studio and the laundry room again, I have to take everything away from the walls or where the walls used to be so that they can rebuild them. And I I'll get walls and shelves if I do that. So I need to take
Too
everything.
bad it costs too much money to travel back and forth. I
I
could come
know.
up and spend 2 weeks with you, and we could do yours, and then I could drag you by your hair down here to do mine.
Yeah,
And that would be perfect.
it would.
But my goal is to have my sewing machine out of here and into the spare bedroom by my birthday.
Yeah.
And I've almost got the spare bedroom down to the bare Defy essentials that needs to be in there.
Awesome.
And if I can get it to that point and get my sewing machine out there, my birthday's the end of November, and my husband promised to make my workbench table thing, which is just plywood top, good plywood that's nice and smooth, and 2x4s. And he
Nice.
promised to make me the one for where the sewing machine is now. That'll give me 3 workstations down here. One's going to be for the die cuts and the scan and cut, so it doesn't have to be too fancy, just strong.
Yeah.
And then one will be for beading, and then one will be for paper painting arts. Because
Hi,
honestly,
Lisa.
I'm not doing much with paper right now. So
Yeah. Well, I too could do a. Maybe I should do that as a short. Do a walkthrough of my studio, and do it as a short, and you guys can see why I need to get more shelves in my life.
I have the shelves, and once they're empty, and from the with the Defy stuff, then it will be. I mean, I have. Okay, get a little another view here. See that shelving unit right there?
Yeah,
It's a Home Depot heavy duty bare or crazy sturdy shelving unit. There's two in here.
yeah.
There's one in the spare bedroom. There's 5 in the garage,
Huh.
and I should have them in the garage. Is where all my extra stuff's going to go. But I really do. I really am giving a lot of it away and selling some of it, and it's a big change. But I got to do it. I have to do it.
Wonder if I. You know what? I am going to try and see if I can get my tablet as a separate person on here, and I can do a walk around with my tablet. Barbara, 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 are you still here? Barbara. I didn't see her leave. Did I miss her leave, guys? Is she still here or no?
I don't know. I don't always watch too much of the chat. I'm bad about that.
Oh, come on, tablet. Here we go. Come on. Maybe I need to restart it. Let's just restart it. Let's just do that. What are we working on today? Mindless stuff because I don't have a mind today. So just finishing off some stuff, doing little bits. Jean is just playing. Um, because I've got Halloween coming up, I was making a Franken page, so I decided to make it look like Franken skin.
Kim, is your printer working?
Yes.
Okay. I I just have an idea. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it'll um, happen or not, but I just,
Oh, my tablet's being a pain in the, you know what? It really is. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. You're getting sort of buffering spurts. I wonder if it's me. Is anybody else getting buffering spurts? Doot, doot, doot. You know, it's really bad having a cup of muck water beside your tea.
you think?
I don't think I put cleaned my brush in my tea. We'll taste it and find out. Belinda has no buffering. All right. Good. Do do do. I know I've sent some of you guys just pictures of my mess, and this is a mess. I'm going to see if I can connect with my tablet, and then I could do a walk around. No buffering for you. Did you get affected by that hurricane, Lisa? I am covered in glue and paints. Let's get that one off the floor. It's dry now.
Oh, look at the paint splotch on the back of this card.
Oh,
It's heart shaped.
it is.
So we're going to just make it part of my signature.
Hmm. Now, how am I going to do this?
I have been cutting up my watercolor doodles and making cards. Almost ATC, but they're not all. And I've been sharing them on, I shared some on my Facebook. And I told my friends, if you give me your address, I'll send you one. And my request way outnumbered the ones I had done. So I pulled them out to just add a little more to them because some of them were big pieces that I cut down, and then some of them were, you know, done that size. So, and some of them just need a little shading, something to give them a little dimension, even though I thought they were done. They don't look like it when I look at them. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
But I've had so much fun with them. It's crazy.
They're beautiful, though.
And I like cutting them up and make sharing them. I mean, I'm going to put it back out there again as soon as this first batch goes out. But I have over 30 right now. So
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, I've been watching that too. That was brutal. You guys don't normally get hit with that stuff. Like, how you couldn't prepare nothing for that. That's just crazy. Huh. Oh, maybe. We're going to see. We are going to see if this works. Just a heads up, if we go kerflooey, I apologize. Link. low. Yeah, that was just brutal. I'm so sorry that that happened there. Like, Ma Nature's having a ripping good time with you guys.
When we had our flood, it was actually the biggest paycheck I'd ever gotten
Yeah.
because our company gave everybody the week off after the flood, and I took work home that because we were really behind already, and I kind of got double paid.
Wow.
It was wonderful. And we had a lot of things to replace, so it helped a lot.
Okay, so it says that I can, checking that, just enter my studio.
Hmm.
Where's see? Oh, look. Ha! I'm here. Why is it saying I have to remove Kim? I can't remove. I don't want to remove that. What's going on? Won't let me join.
Oh, there you are.
Wait. There it is. Sorry, guys. We got some echo. Oh,
You have your sound on both your cameras.
there we go. I muted one. Is it better?
I think so.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going on a tour of my studio.
Can you make that Kim big?
Oh, do I have to? Okay. All right. Here we go. So I'm turning you guys around. I don't want you guys to get seasick. This is where I was sitting. I've got my screen beside me. I have paint under my desk. You can't see it because I'm in the way. I've got those books I'm working on, bins of stuff. This is my side desk. Okay. So now we're going to turn around. This is what's behind me. And this is what's on the right side of me. I'll move my chair. Okay. So this is where I stream from. Now we're gonna tiptoe through this hoarder's path, and this is the bottom of my stairs. Light on.
Okay, we see you now.
So he had to rip out that closet that was there because the wall broke. Okay, so we're gonna go past my stairs. Well, I step all the way here.
Talk louder.
This, oh yeah, because that's the microphone's on that one. Okay.
Yes.
This is my painting studio that I haven't been in for a long time.
Okay, we lost your tablet.
Oh no.
All we see is your desk.
Okay. Wonder why we lost my tablet.
I don't know.
Oh, it says entering the studio. Okay. Anyway, you guys get an idea. That was my paint studio. I have a fabric studio, and I have lots of stuff, like everywhere, guys. I have stuff everywhere. The entire basement is my studio. It's just the whole place is organized as the baking studio, and around my desk. So yeah, I'm a little squirrely today.
That's why we love you.
I squirrel so well.
You make us feel better about ourselves.
Yay! Yeah, Julie, I have two screens. I just need to get this organized. And for the most part, it is organized. I just have to put stuff away. Really, I have to put stuff away. So, yeah. And actually, my left side isn't as bad. See, you know where those shelves beside me are on the table? It's usually that high with
I
stuff.
gotta go, Kim.
Okay,
Bye.
come and love you. Bye.
Bye bye. Hello.
Hi there.
There, I had to, I muted her. Um, Only today? Yeah, only today. No, Teresa, I'm really, really tired. Um, I had my grandsons here and totally forgot that I had friends coming out for lunch on Wednesday. They phoned Tuesday night. Good thing to remind me. And so they came out. So I had to do like a real lunch. So I made gumbo for lunch. And then I already plotted on making a pot roast for supper for the boys. So did all that, had leftovers. When I went to do the pot roast, my potatoes were sprouting. So I did all 10 pounds of potatoes so that I could make tater puffs so I could put them in the freezer. And so that took us 4+ hours yesterday. And then there was leftover lunch meat. So I made frozen pizzas and put them in or I made pizzas to freeze, put them in the freezer this morning. I'm just tired. I feel like I've just been going and going and going. And seriously, I have no brain and I'm tired. And unfortunately, you guys are kind of getting it today. And I apologize if I'm over and beyond today. But yeah, I've got a couple of friends that say, I can come and help you organize. But I love them to pieces, but they aren't crafters. You know what I mean? Like, going to be canning a lot. Well, I mean, I'm not canning because of the amount of salt it takes. And with my high blood pressure, I really watch my salt. So I haven't canned for a couple of years. I did make relish. I did do tomato soup, but I don't can it. I freeze it. All my apples are in the freezer. Um, well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. A lot of times, what I'll do is because I make my own baked beans and things, I'll spend a day just making food and putting them in the freezer. Yeah, for surgery meals, that makes sense, Lisa. Definitely. I just like having stuff in the freezer so that on days when my arthritis is really bad and I can't cook, I've got it. Oh, you're going to Michigan? Oh, nice. Very nice. Spend your grocery money on gas? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Definitely. Yeah. So, I mean, I made those little pizzas. They're in the freezer. Um, Gumbo will be for supper today and lunch tomorrow, and then I'll have the leftover roast beef. Yeah, the leftover roast beef tomorrow for supper, and that should clear out all the leftovers, which is good. And when I say I made frozen pizzas, normally I do my crusts and everything from scratch because I used all my onions between the gumbo and the pot roast. I didn't have onions to put on the pizzas, so it was basically the lunch meat, some peppers, the sauce, the cheese, and I put them on pita breads because I figured I just didn't have the oomph to do the crust, and that worked. It just worked. Just worked. And that way, too, because if I do a big pizza, you have a tendency to eat more because there's so much, right? And my eyes are always bigger than my stomach. But if I just do it on a pita bread, that's perfect. You know, I don't mind saving a piece or two of that. But if it's a big pizza, for some reason, I eat far more than I should. Okay. So, anyway, this is that smushy landscape I did. I dribbled the paint on, I put the plastic on, I smushed it. And then because the paper tore and took a lot of the paint away because the paper stuck to the plastic, I went back in and I added some more paint and then finger painted it, except for the grasses I did with a brush. Although, Teresa, when I travel, I do have, um, it's one of those heater lunch boxes kind of things. So if you just plug it into any outlet, it'll heat your food. So I've got one of those heater lunch boxes, and then I just take some homemade soup or whatever with us. Or if I have to stay in a motel or whatever, then I just put it in their microwave. I also have, it's like a mug, but you can plug it in to, we have plugs in our car, like regular, like plugs. And I found a little, where you can heat up 1 cup of coffee or 1 cup for tea or whatever, and that works. Yeah, I don't have a propane stove, and I don't want a propane tank in the base of my vehicle. I don't have a trunk; it's an SUV kind of thing, so there's no closed off area to store the propane. So anyway, I've got that mug so that I can heat up soup or water for tea or coffee. Um, but a lot of times, what I do is I just make some. I've got these recipes for what's called meal in a muffin. You've got a minivan, nice. It's called meal and muffin. So you take your. Oh, thanks, Belinda. You take your leftover meat and some vegetables and some white cheese, and you mix it into this muffin batter. So you can use anything from ham to taco meat to whatever leftover meat you've got. And I like making those muffins, and that's a lot of times what we'll have for lunch. We'll just stop and pick up coffee and have those muffins or some other sort of sandwiches. And I'll make the sandwiches and freeze them and put them in a cooler with lots of ice or lots of freezer packs so they stay frozen longer. And so they stay frozen for a couple of days with luck. Yes. All right. So I have now put the yellow paint on the owies and some red paint on top. Now I'm going to outline those in black because they really need to stand out that little bit. And I'm trying to go around the red with black. It's really lumpy bumpy. So it looks kind of, open and goopy and yeah, I guess because you're where it's warm, your campgrounds are open year round. A lot of ours are closed already. Okay. That's just mucking up my. I can do the outsides, but I can't go around the red yet. It's still too wet. Yeah, a lot of our campgrounds are already closed for the seasons. Ooh, maybe a black dot in the middle of those would look really interesting. Oh, nice. See, we don't have a tent for ours. And I have to admit, after I've been in the car all day, that I really appreciate being in a motel room. I think that's probably why we don't travel that often either, because, well, the cost of the motel rooms and things. And with this vehicle that we've got, for some reason, I am not comfortable sitting in it. Like, I have to have my feet up on a pillow. Otherwise, my knees get so sore that I can't walk. It's not much fun. Yeah, I need to wait for that to dry. All right, so this needs to dry a bit. That's still drying. These have dried, so now I've got my tags that we did spattered and edged. So these tags can now go in my stuff it bin, one of my stuff it bins. Not much doodling. I didn't do too much doodling on. Didn't do too much shading on them either. So I've got lots of cards now. Well, I've got a few cards. I've also been working on, what are those things? More doodle cards. Now I'm putting them on the backs. I'm going to have a deck both sides, front and back, with doodles on. So whenever I come across a new doodle, I just add to them. So these cards are all done. Let's grab the box and put them in. Oh, thanks, Julie. We did this on the live on the past Sunday, and we were doing like journal by fives, but we did it on cards, and we were supposed to do 10, but I got carried away. I did 10 full pieces of whatever these boards were, masterboard things that I kind of did. So I took 10 of them, and then I cut them into card size because they were quite big. It ended up with 30. So I have lots more left to do. So I'm just going to add it to this bin. There's one of my Halloween postcards from a couple of years ago. So I've got this napkin background on a piece of paper so that I can do a meander book on Sunday with them. There. Added to my grabbing stuff. bin. One of them. I have four. The funny thing about having grab and stuff bins is when I make a journal, they're never the right size. They're usually, oh, another one. They're usually too big. This one goes this way. They're always at the bottom. But those were fun to do. I actually have to admit, I really like doing prompts or, um, yeah, prompts, JB5s on things like journal cards. And are you back?
I I am.
Okay, because I had you muted.
Oh, I thought I muted myself.
No, I ended up doing it, but that's okay.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I got stuff done, Gene. I got those tags finished. I really do like the way this turned out. This smeary paint thing I did.
Uh-huh.
Don't know what it's going to be, but you know, we just added to the who knows pile. I added the yellow and red to the source and outlined them in black. And I wanted to do black around the red, but they're still too wet. All right. And I came across the pile of these things. I don't even remember when I did these guys. Did I do them online with you? Does anybody remember? Know what I did these?
I don't recall.
Because I'd like to know if I had a plan for them or if I was just making stuff.
Well, I would say if you can't remember the plan, I think I'd use them for whatever you wanted to.
That makes sense. It does.
Because if the plan shows back up, you can make them again.
I can. I can. Okay. So, Dana, lovely Dana. You remember the paper but not the plan? Okay, Anne. Belinda says they're not familiar. Yeah, I don't know. Were we doing mark making? I don't know. Anyway, I've got these really funky papers that I can use for stuff. Not sure what. Belinda had sent me a link for, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Willa Wanders. She does a lot of like collage fodder and she does courses on collage fodder, has some incredible artists on teaching how to do
Uh-huh.
collage fodder. They did a hop, couple they do a hop at the end of the year. And so I've been watching a few of the hop things when I'm lying in bed listening to my story.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm not supposed to think, but of course I do. They did these really cute little tags. They did them on strips of paper. I don't know how they did it because they were just showing them, right? So they were really nice, thin. Well, those that hit the floor. There's more stuff on my floor, guys. Surprise! Anyway, I don't even know what this is from, but it's long. Now, normally we would do snippet snips or snippet strips, right? On these. What they did was they just took little strips of paper from their leftover bits and they just put tiny little strips. You guys have seen that I've done strips when I've done snippet strips, right? Well, and then they cut them about this length and they'll put like a black and white flower or a saying, and they use them as tags and they're really, really cute. So we know that I've got lots of bits of stuff. I'm going to cut some up and make some of these little strip things. Oh, that is interesting. You know what? In one of the, did I throw it out? Betcha I threw it out. I've been throwing stuff out, guys. Surprise.
What?
I
What
know.
did you do with our Kim?
There was this marker that I got from my friend, right? Like I got all that craft supplies from her. And this marker had two lines, like a thicker line and a thin line, but it also had a cutter in it. So if you press hard, you got a border. And the cutter didn't always work, obviously, but look, it cut these. It very cool.
Well, that is cool.
Now, of course, I want to go and get a whole bunch of those because that's really cool. Not that I need any more supplies. And I threw the one out that I had because the ink was dying, right? The one side of the ink was dying. It had a thick handle, almost like a kid's marker, a thick kid's marker, but it definitely wasn't a kid's marker. Oh, there was only one. Ha, I lied. It's right here.
I've never even heard of it before.
Create a border as you cut. It's in Elmer's. I think it was mark making too, Anne. So please read directions before use. So it cuts. But the marker tip is, you see how it's got a split in it?
Uh-huh.
But I don't know where the cutter is. Because when I look at this, oh, it cuts between, no. It cuts on, I don't know where the heck it cuts. Oh, I see. It's between the light and the dark. Oh, that is so cool. But the cutter is obviously not great. But isn't that a cool thing? So it's in Elmer's color cutter. I don't know, Belinda, if you were on vacation then. They were way back over there someplace on the other side of the desk in a pile. You know how I put things away? I pile things here, pile things there, and sort them 3 years later. I'm wondering if the blade is in the split of the marker. Very well could be. But I thought that was a very cool thing. Painter's color cutter.
Well, you can get a set of 12 red ones for $999 at Walmart.
Set of 12 red ones?
Uh-huh. For $999.
Wow.
Somebody's being a jerk because this, I just found one on Amazon in yellow, and I don't see it offered in other colors for $5.99.
See, that would be more the price that she would pay. There's no way.
And it says it's got a X-Acto blade. It uses X-Acto blade technology.
Cool.
Acid-free, permanent, and non-toxic.
So these are cool. Like I say, I've got all these.
I'm going to put the link in here for the Amazon one if anybody just wants to go and look.
Thank you. Definitely interesting.
Is the blade in the split of the marker?
That's what Anne was asking. And I think it probably is.
They don't have a video on this. I don't know if they have.
Okay, I'm going to do it on thin piece of copy paper. This is a thicker piece. This is a. Let's find a really thin piece of paper, like maybe a piece of tracing paper or something. Look, I've got tracing paper right here. And maybe that's parchment paper. What is that? I don't know what it is. We're going to try it.
The only one I can find on Amazon is the yellow. I'm not finding it in other colors.
Yeah, it comes, it's the blades between them. Look. So it gives you a nice straight line and a cut between.
That's kind of cool.
It is.
It's definitely not the markers you want the kiddos to get a hold of, though.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have little kiddos anymore, but, definitely, I was just having fun just doing the two lines. I thought, oh, isn't that a cool thing for mark making? The double lines like that.
Yeah, I only found them on. Well, here it shows Amazon in other colors. Red, yellow, and blue is all I've seen, and black in Amazon, but I don't know. When I just put that into Amazon, I didn't see anything but yellow. But when I Google it, it gives me other colors, but it still, well, it says other colors, but it still took me to just the yellow one. So evidently they don't make them anymore, would be my guess. And
well, probably because it's an Elmer's brand and people figure they're just markers for kids, right?
Probably.
But I think they're wonderful. I had to show you my new toy. Not that it was a new toy. I found it in the bin over there and thought, oh, let's try this. I got scrap paper. I like doing mark making for collage stuff. And now I see that it really does cut, and it's kind of weird.
I am finding them on other sites that I don't know what they are. I mean, I don't know the company.
Oh, I wonder if like Staples would have them.
Well, I haven't seen that yet. I found them at metalcrafts.shop. And eBay has a 3-pack of red. Oh, it says it's out of stock. Crafts and Things has them. And there's a blue one. So I'm guessing whatever I'm finding is like the tail end of them.
Will it cut a wiggly line? That is another good question. I didn't think of that. Let's use this tracing paper again or whatever it is because I'm just going to swap off a piece. I have a feeling that's parchment paper, but I don't know. It's folded up. It's in the stack in front of my desk here. We'll find out. But yeah, if it cuts a wiggly line, that could be really fun. Well, I don't see why not. Draws it. See? It does. Look. Look how cool that is. Okay, that side didn't take. I didn't have enough pressure on it. It does add.
That's cool.
You know, that could do really interesting page borders and things, right? Because it says border and cut, right? So it's probably like a scrapbooking tool, I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's kind of what its packaging looks like.
Okay,
Perfect for scrapbook pages, cards, and tags.
there you go. Dana, are you still here? Dana does a lot of scrapbooking and she goes to a lot of retreats and stuff. She may know if scrapbook places carry it. Barbara, are you still here? No, Barbara left a while ago, I think, because she didn't answer last time. Altered book page edges, definitely. Anyway, I thought that was a very cool thing. I just thought it was just the lines. I'd said that it cut, but at first, it didn't. It was just the lines. And now that I'm playing with it, some of it's, coming apart and some it's not. But this is pretty heavy cards, copy paper. But I can see on the back where, the lines should be. On that side, this side has no marks, no cut marks. Cutting edge my worms. Ooh. Can we do circles? Hey, I'm still big. Jean, you want to share the screen with me after I do this circle? Oh, God.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just sitting here kind of watching you kind of playing, kind of
Okay,
not.
that side worked. This side I didn't. I guess you need it at the specific angle, too. Yeah, this side worked. This side did not work. Weird. But you know what? Look at how nice it would make holes in your journal pages for windows and things.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's got its frame. Well, I'm going to stop playing with it and save it for things like that. Because I like that idea. I mean, it won't do circles. Mind you, you could use a circle punch or other punches, but, you know. Anyway, that was fun. But the book page edges would be a good idea. Again, that's along the lines of scrapbooking and stuff. Okay, let's share the page with Jean.
Actually, I thought I clicked leave the studio when I did it. Shows you
No,
how
you
much
were
I paid.
here. You were here, and I think I muted you before you said anything too much other than hello.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
oh, what was it? Oh, my Medicare stuff,
Okay.
which is just a pain in the butt.
Yeah. But we didn't need to be hearing your personal stuff either, right? So, all right, guys, it's been 2.5 hours. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna head to bed. I don't normally nap, but I'm kind of at that stage at the moment that I may start doing really long blinks and you'll just be looking at my desk and nothing happening. How are you doing, Jean? You about ready to call it a day?
Yeah, my lead was broke.
Oh,
Dang it. And that was one of my favorite pencils. So now I'm going to have to sharpen it for hours just to get it back to where it's supposed to be.
but Anne, was it you that said if you put pencil crayons in the microwave for a couple of minutes, the legs will weld back together? Was that you that said? Not a couple of minutes, probably seconds. But because when Ron put the mushrooms in for a couple of minutes, he filled the house with smoke because he was drying the wood.
Yeah, and I've heard that, and I have never done it. This is a ebony jet black pencil.
Ooh, yeah, perfect shader. Well,
Yes.
it wasn't Anne? Okay. 60 hours a week. Twice
I
as
would
much
say
as
the
you.
majority of my pencils have broken leads inside of them.
Yeah, mine definitely do, except for my new ones that I've got that I am very careful that they stay well away from the edges of the desks. Yes, yes.
Good. Well,
But
right now I'm getting my shading pencils all sharp. I like to sharpen pencils. Is that not weird?
I like sharpening them, but I like doing it in the shop because it's got one of those old um, school sharpeners, the one that you crank. The ones like
Yes.
you can put your finger in it, just don't crank it,
Yeah.
according to my grandson. That was when he was in kindergarten, and he was very serious when he told me that. So I've got a feeling he tried it.
Uh-huh.
More than likely. All right, guys, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for tolerating this wacky world I'm in at the moment. And Jean, thank you very much for coming and playing. I know that you're not feeling 100% either.
That's okay. I needed to do something that was mindless.
She tried to sharpen her finger, didn't work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the grandson tried too. Again, Halloween is coming up on Sunday, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern with Miriam. So if anybody would like time slots for Sunday or Monday, there are still time slots available. Give me a shout, and I can let Miriam know, and we can get you on the schedule. Yeah, it was kindergarten for him too. Big hugs to you all. I hope everybody, well, Brenda gets some sleep. I hope that Julie manages to get comfortable because I know what it's like when you're not comfortable. Your body doesn't know where it wants to be put. Everyone, and I hope your physio's going good. Like we're all doing the issues thing. And but I'm glad that you guys were all here. I hope that we managed to alleviate some of your pain focus. And I'll start rambling now. Hugs to each and every one of you. And hopefully see you Sunday somewhere through the internet hop thing. Thank you very much, Jean.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me, Kim.
No problem. Oh, starting possibly later in the fall, we're going to be alternating between Jean's channel and mine on Fridays. And I may not stream next Friday. I'll let you guys know. Hugs to everybody. Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. Everybody in the audience, everybody in the balcony, and all replayers. Hugs to you all. Bye now.
Bye.